to the corner, and there goes Colette crashing to the canvas.
What's up, everybody? I hope you're all doing good. It's a beautiful day, and I'm very happy to find you again today. So something very interesting happened in Guinea, and we need to talk about this. So this very rich guy from France and Israel went to Guinea trying to make his way, trying to make a lot of money. You know, most of the time they come to Africa, they buy things very cheap and take it wherever in the world and make a lot of money, while Africans barely benefit from whatever they make from African soil. So we're going to watch very quickly and see and understand what's happening. I'll make a comment later. Let's go.
French-Israeli mining magnate Benny Steinmetz was sentenced to 5 years in prison Friday by a Geneva court for corruption. Prosecutors accused him of paying bribes to secure iron ore mining rights in Guinea. The Public Prosecutor's Office is satisfied with today's court verdict, which found the three accused of bribing foreign public officials guilty and handed down suspended sentences of 5, 3.5 and 2 years respectively, and compensatory claims of 50 million, 5 million and 50,000 Swiss francs. Steinmetz is considered by some to be Israel's richest man. The corruption took place between 2006 and 2010, accusations he denies.
So this is very interesting. The man trying to bribe public officers to make his way to the minings. Very interesting. I think it's very interesting to see this. I think it's just fair to bring him to the books. Doesn't matter where he's from. Isn't that what happens when an African man does something wrong in Europe? He's brought to books, right? I think it's just fair that he answers the crime that he has done. The French-Israeli mining tycoon, very big man, Benny Steinmetz, largely lost on Tuesday. His appeal on Switzerland against the 2021 corruption verdict linked to mining rights in Guinea. Steinmetz immediately announced that will now take the case to Switzerland's highest court because he's not happy with this, obviously. What is he accused of? Steinmetz was first found guilty by lower courts 2 years ago for setting up a complex financial web to pay bribes to ensure his company could obtain permits in Guinea's southeastern Samandu region. The area is estimated to contain the world's biggest untapped iron ore deposit. You know, iron ore deposit, that's riches. There's a lot of things you could use that for. You can make a lot of money out of that. So there's a 67-year-old businessman who made his fortune in diamond. Where did he get the diamond from? There's no diamonds in French or Israel. Okay, anyway. He was sentenced by the appeal court to 3 years in prison with half that sentence suspended. The judges confirmed that he has to pay 50 million Swiss francs or $52 million. So basically, fellas, this is a man with a lot of money, obviously, who's used to coming to Africa and make his way through paying here and there and getting things done. And obviously, these are things that happen. We know that. We know that in most African countries, you just need to have, just have a little bit of and things happen, right? As much as this may help you in some situation to open some doors, I feel like when it's done to the extreme, it becomes a problem. Because now when you want to buy your way to riches, that's when it creates crimes and unsaid things and dangerous situations and all that type of stuff. Unpaid workers, abuse, many things that we could link to that are very negative. So this man went to Guinea trying to bribe the wife of the ex-president of Guinea. Just like that. Sometimes you do things undercover. In Africa, sometimes when you need to bribe a cop, he stops you. You kind of pull the money, but not really give the money. You just lift it and left your hand dingling. You just let him grab it. You don't go forward like, hey, take this. You go to jail for that. As much as that helps in some instances, I think you can't do it. We're not advocating that. We cannot build a society based on corruption. It doesn't work that way. Unfortunately, especially when foreigners, foreign national, Europeans, Asians come to Africa thinking they can make their way through corruption. That is absolutely wrong. That's the beginning of abuse of workers. That's the reason why we see many companies, workers are abused, overworked, that disgraced and underpaid and have no right to claim anything because the company is probably run by Chinese, Indians, Pakistanis, whoever. And that's unacceptable. Why? Because most of the times, these people, when they come to Africa, first thing they do, they go bribe the seniors. They go bribe government officials. They go bribe generals for their protection. So this man, Benny Steinmetz, businessman coming to Africa, made a lot of money through diamonds, is going to have to come to the books and answer the way it's supposed to be. And I think this is a very good message for most people out there who have no respect for Africa, thinking that you can just come to Africa and do whatever you like, pay somebody a few money so you can colonize and redo the same things they've done for many, many years. I think this is a great lesson. Unfortunately, putting things into perspective, there are some African countries where people support these type of things, meaning when foreign nationals come with a lot of money, government official will accept it as a bribe, as a we're opening the door for you, for them to do whatever they like. And unfortunately, in those instances, these foreign nationals do a lot of negative things to the population, to the workers, to the land, and to many things. There's one African country where some business person came and bought the land. He bought the mine for very cheap, about $2 million. And we sold the money to the same government for about $1 billion. Some of you will tell me that business act. No, that has nothing to do with business. That's everything to do with the fact that they came and found some corrupt individual who will sell you something worth $1 billion for $1 million. Come on, there's no business happening there. We need structure. We need people that are strong, people that are capable to say no to money. That's what we lack right now. Everybody's ready to sell their brothers, sell everything for money. And men should not be that way. And there's no group of people, no population, no country, no group of people have moved forward selling the soul for money. Absolutely not. We need to stay strong. There are things for which we should not sell our soul. Honor, dignity, you can't sell that for any amount of money. So hearing that some people can come to Africa and buy land for $1 million and resell the same land for $1 billion and not pay tax and move out, it's unacceptable. Now, props to Guinea and everybody that's worked throughout this situation to bring this man to books. I think, yes, he should be brought to books, because when Africans go to Europe and do bad things, they are brought to books. When they go to the US, it's the same thing. So the same rule should apply to everybody. God bless.